sort of coincides with the information that came through the 9. Yes, I would. I mean, I didn't hear everything you said, but I think what you're saying there is you often use the goddess feminine energy in your work, in your music, or if you need any kind of communication, or you'll use that feminine energy, which is very abundant right now in the universe for us. And one thing I might sort of add that is quite important, and I would imagine that anyone in the chat room probably knows this already, but just to reiterate, this planet for a long time was very much held in a masculine frequency, an unbalanced masculine frequency, which I might add was, by a minority few, a deliberate act to create that sort of patriarchal masculine energy. However, since our awareness has awakened and our connections with the higher dimensions have got closer and closer, and we've approached this time in our history now, in the year 2009, so close to 2012 and the great shifts and this ascension frequency, the energies coming in now are feminine, and they're coming in to balance that masculine energy. And so that feminine energy is in abundance, available for all. When I spoke to my son about this, I told him about the title of today's show and the channeling I'd done. He said, nothing about us men then, nothing about us boys. And I said, no, it's nothing to do with being a man or being a woman. It's just being human and being part of the cosmic energy and mirroring the universal frequency, mirroring source, which is oneness. And within that, we have the feminine and the masculine within each one of us. So that feminine energy is really in abundance right now. And what I wrote in the chat room just now, just from the 9 channeling, the feminine heart as a collective whole is the feminine Christ. We will change the world. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Yeah, we're doing it. So we're doing it. You know, that's happening. That's happening collectively, and we only have to look around, look with those inner eyes, look with the heart, and we can see those changes very much at the moment. And we all know, those of us who are sensitive to what's coming, we all know that more is coming. The 9th of the 9th of the 9th. Yeah. That will be our peak this year in energy, and is again a gateway if we wish to perceive it that way. And that's the way the higher dimensional energies refer to it as a gateway opening. It's a very appropriate way to think of that energy coming in on the 9th of the 9th of the 9th.
Well, so, yeah. And you also have something with that number, don't you?
Yeah. Yes, it's a very, very special day for me individually, because I channel the 9 and for the energies of the 9. I still don't really fully understand the significance and the importance of the number 9. I haven't really gone into it that deeply, but the 9 tell me that everything comes from the number 9. It is the number of the universe. It is the universal number. It is source number. It is the number of God. It is the number of geometry. 9, everything is based on 9 and sort of stems from that. It's like 9 is the central point, and 9 is very positive and service to others, but mirroring that, there is a 9 that is negative and service to self, both working in that polarity and coming into the oneness of source. And 9 works within that energy. The only person I found on the internet when I was doing some research into that, after communicating with the 9, and they brought this information forward, I always try to see if I can perhaps back up the information I receive from the 9. I try to back that up with perhaps research that's already out there, which I think is a good thing to do, and I would always advise anyone who's channeling themselves or who's listening to channeled material from others to always work with many sources. And channeled material, even if it's coming from you, is one source to be aligned with very much, but also to work on your own research. I found a guy by the name of Marco Rodin, So if anyone is interested in his work, I will just type his name into the chat room now. And he talks of the 9. He's a quantum mathematician, I believe, and he's invented some kind of coil that brings forward free energy. And the 9 really laugh at me when I try to explain this. They're up there laughing because what I'm speaking about is so very important to the higher dimensional energy, but I, as a human, am not fully aware of that importance. So often I take a step back when I'm a channel and bring forward their communication directly to the listener, and I kind of move out of it a little bit. So anyone who does understand what I'm talking about can research Marco Rodin.